Good morning, dear students. How are you all? I hope you all are enjoying your online classes. Now, welcome to the PowerPoint presentation, Class 9, Subject English, The Lake Isle of Innisfree. It's a poem written by W.B. Yeats and it is prepared by Anne Mary, Army Public School, Ranikhet. The full name of W.B. Yeats is William Butler Yeats. W.B. Yeats stand at the turning point between the Victorian period and modernism, the conflicting currents of which affected his poetry. A poet and playwright, was born in Dublin and London and received an education in both Dublin and London. Introduction of the poem. This poem is a lyric. It is a musical poem. It explores the poet's longing for the peace and tranquility of Innisfree, a place where he spent a lot of time as a boy. Innisfree is the name of a place. It is a very quiet place, and that is the reason the poet wants to go there. He had spent his childhood in the place. He has very sweet memories of that place. That is why he wanted to go back to the lake island of Innisfree. Central idea of the poem. The poem is a longing for peace and greenery and all that is natural. The central idea of the poem is to showcase the longing one feels for some quiet and alone time after living in a crowded, congested place like a city. Substance of the poem. The poet wants to build a small cabin at Innisfree. He built it with natural materials. He will live there alone. He will find peace on the lake. There, peace drops from the morning and the beautiful midnight. The poet needs just a garden and a beehive for sustenance. He determines to live immediately because even when he stands on a road or a city pavement, he hears the lapping of the lake waters in his heart. W.B. Yeats captures the longing for home and peace in this poem quite beautifully. Home, because Yeats spent his childhood there in the county Sligo to which Innisfree belongs to. In fact, one can say this a poem is a reflection of Keats' desire itself. At the time of its creation, Keats was in a city, a bustling, crowded city, and his innermost desire to go to his home and to peace came out bursting in the form of this poem. Now I'll go with the poem, The Lake Isle of Innisfree. I will rise and go now, and go to the Innisfree, and a small cabin built there of clay and wattless made. 9 bean rows will I have there, a hive for the honey bee, and live alone in the bee loud glade. And I shall have some peace there, for peace come dropping slow, dropping from the vales of the morning to where the cricket sings. There midnights all a glimmer, and a noon a purple glow, and evening full of the linnet's wings. I will arise and go now, for always night and day. I hear lake water lapping with low sounds by the shore. While I stand on the roadway or on the pavement's grey, I hear it in the deep heart's core. Summary of the first stanza. Here, I here refer to the poet William Yeats. He says that he wants to go to Innisfree. Over there, he will build a small roof for himself with clay and small sticks which are used to make the walls or the fences of the cabin. As he will need some food to eat also, so he will grow 9 rows of beans near his room. Also, he will get the honey from the honey beehive. He says that the open space where he will build his room will be full of the buzzing sound of the bees, and over there he will live all alone in peace and tranquility. Summary of the second stanza. In this stanza, the poet says that when in Innisfree, he will feel peaceful, and he says that the feeling of peace is felt slowly and gradually. He describes how he would feel peaceful in the morning time when it is cloudy and the view is not very clear. Then it will appear as if the morning has worn a veil and has hidden itself. Looking at this scene will make him feel peaceful. Further, he says that when the male cricket insect will sing a song, then sound will bring him at peace. Also, at midnight, when he will see the twinkling stars in the open sky, their shine will give him peace. In the afternoon, when the sunlight will give him a purplish glow, it will also give him peace. During the evening, when he will see the linnet bird flying in the sky, then also he will feel peaceful. Summary of the third stanza. In this stanza, the poet says that now he will stand up and go to Innisfree because all the time the sound of the lake water striking the shore repeats in his mind. The sound attracts him towards the lake. Wherever he is, either standing on the roadway or on the grey colored pavements, he hears the sound deep in the innermost part of his heart. Innisfree is an uninhabited island in Ireland. The poet declares that he will arise and go to Innisfree. There he will build a small cabin. The cabin will be made of clay and wattless. There he will have 9 bean rows and a beehive. He will live alone in the glade loud with the buzzing bees. He will have peace there. Peace, he believes, drop from the vales of morning to where the cricket sings. Midnight, there is a glimmer. The noon is a purple glow. The evening is full of linnet's wings. Linnet is a bird. Moral values. We must appreciate nature as it has many benefits to offer us. We must learn to be close to nature and enjoy its beauty. We must take time to be in places where we are able to find peace and quiet to make our lives less stressful, harmonious, and very meaningful. We should be proud of the natural heritage and preserve nature. To be continued, next PPT about the poetic devices used in the poem. Thank you, dear students. Have a great day ahead.